Hi, and thank you very much for sharing the message of non-duality. And resonates very well with me, and thank you. And I am too, as well, a network engineer. So I kind of share
Okay.
that in common. However, I have now somewhat semi-retired as of January 1st. So I
see.
have been seeking for some time. So my question for you, and I'm maybe the answer is we don't know. But I struggle with how the one source, the awareness and consciousness, the unmanifested, manifests itself into the physical universe. And as that's kind of like maybe I'm thinking, well, maybe that's where the quote unquote quantum point is, between the unmanifested and the manifested. And I'm trying to, your thoughts on how that actually, comes from one to the many, from the unmanifested to the manifested or the physical, from the energy to something that's matter. Your thoughts on that. And then second portion of that question is free will. We're not the, I'm asking a question, but I'm also posing it in what I'm hearing. And that is that, we're not the doer. Is everything, what's your thoughts on free will as far as, what the ego is, or this person that actually manifests itself is in control versus the unmanifested universal consciousness that is just flowing through us. And in fact, we have no free will. Your thoughts on that, please?
Sure. So first, I'll answer your first question, which is how one source creates multiplicity, right? Trust me, Jim, this was my question for a very long time. And the honest answer is I don't know. It's a very honest answer because I have been on a lot of forums. I have been with a lot of teachers, and they have given different kinds of explanations. There is a concept that there is a Sagun Brahman, a Brahman with attributes. Then there is a Nirgun Brahman, and then there is an attributeless Brahman. But again, it does not satisfy your intellectual curiosity because you can't make sense of it. And the only answer came from Ramesh Balsekar, and the answer was that a created object cannot know on what basis the cosmic law operates. So if I write a code, say to make a computation, the code cannot know for what purpose I wrote it. I will just give the inputs, and based on the programming, it will create outputs. And more importantly, when this was quite a pressing topic for me because I wanted the answer. But at some point, when I was too fed up with not finding solutions and, seeing everybody fighting about this question, a natural question arose. Who is it that wants to know? Who is it that wants to know? Can you hear me?
They're freezing up just a little bit, at least on my end.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the question was, who is it that
wants to know is where we heard.
To know. And so honest answer is, I don't know. Ramesh would say that it is the nature of potential to activate itself. I mean, we know through science, that is one explanation. That source is the potential, the unmanifest, and consciousness is the manifest. So it is the nature of potential to activate itself.
Sorry, you are breaking up.
Yeah. So I'll repeat that again. So I was saying that Ramesh would say that it is the nature of source, which is the potential to activate itself. So because the potential can only activate itself, it cannot do any other thing. So that is why the potential creates the activation. So the source creates the multiplicity. So again, this is the only concept I have with regards to your first question. Now, coming to your second question about free will. So my take on the subject is that since nobody is the doer of their actions, it is from that statement, it seems that yes, there is no individual free will. But at the same time, there is another statement which says that the created object cannot assume the cosmic law, cannot assume the basis on which the cosmic law functions. So if I say that I don't have free will, therefore I will choose my action to be a certain way, based on my assumption, based on my conditioning. So ego operates on assumptions. It operates on conditioning, right? So suppose, let's take an example that, maybe say somebody's, some group is having a discussion and, they're fighting about something. And I feel that I should not intervene because everything is happening through divine will. Therefore, I will not intervene. It is not my place to intervene. But that said, that would be an assumption, because how do I know that I'm not to intervene? If I'm there in a certain capacity, maybe I am supposed to intervene. So I would take action in that moment spontaneously, without worrying about the consequences. And that is what I mean by simplicity. That is what I mean by simple living. That all that thinking associated with the outcome, that disappears. So yes, you have the free will, but that free will is that is based on the understanding that the outcome is predetermined. So exercise your free will, knowing that the outcome is predetermined. And then if your action works out in your favor, there would not be any pride associated with it. Or if the action does not work out in your favor, there would not be a problem. There would not be a guilt or shame associated with it.